Coming up, the Texans at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Mills again. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tart. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 34 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. Ooh, with a juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready to go. Play.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sucker. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. comes the offense onto the field once more, led by O.J. Howard. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Looking to throw is Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. D Ford able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Mills. And this one is incomplete.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. $10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. It's ETN. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go again with ETN. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Succup's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's fully Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. Would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's brought down.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. Etienne up the middle. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to
touchdown Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And his These guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Succo. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense taking over again in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for Pierce.
And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mills. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Forrest
And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it.
They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that what was going on in this game, and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Lawrence will try again after the pick six. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Okay, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Play action now, Mills.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. D Ford.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's underneath to Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This complete to Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers. And
the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Second and 5 now. Mills.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Mills now. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Throwing, Mills.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the stick.
Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Akins as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Check. Alert.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, and just...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
From the 39, Mills. Another one caught by Collins. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nico Collins with the Houston first down, something he did 22 times as a rookie for the Texans. Back here as a starter, hopes that last year's 446 yards are just a floor of what he can do.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Pulling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring out 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mills to throw it. He's got Jordan complete right side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Mills on the sneak. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap and just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gets it again on 2nd down. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Dameon Pierce. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try the left side with ETN.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On the ready.
ETN once more.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
Opposite. Kill. Lock it.
A handoff for ETN.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That was an excellent play. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers...
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Mills, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills out to the left. He's got his tight end, Akins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
Here's Mills.
Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw, Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw again is Lawrence.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Succop's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he returns this to the 22. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On play action, Mills. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mills.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Third and long for Mills.
And he's got Dorsett complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Mills on the sneak.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Mills. Touchdown! Jordan Akins, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Alert, alert. Can. Opposite.
They'll start on the ground. And he coughed it up. And he'll get about 3 here up past the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He has been a workhorse. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. Return. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ready to go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Petrie in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Mills on the bootleg. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete.
Let's go!
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Lawrence going to throw again. He'll drop that underneath to ETN, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And Lawrence is going to get his guys to go quickly. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he stopped immediately there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now Mills.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dorsett's got it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced
Pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.